Hi, my name is Dan Mullen, and I'm the quarterback coach here at the University of Utah. And today I'm going to talk to you about our spread offense, specifically the passing attack within that spread offense. In our passing attack in the spread offense, we want to force the defense to defend the entire field, the width of the field. We're going to do this by running 3, 4, and 5 receiver sets to make them spread out and defend the field. Our ultimate goal in having a successful passing attack is to allow the defense to spread out so we're able to run the ball within the spread offense. By being an efficient passing team, it forces the defense to not only respect the pass but cover the pass, allowing you to be much more successful within your running game. We here at the University of Utah feel the only way that teams can stop our running attack is by playing a blitzing or no deep look in the secondary for them to get extra defenders in the box to take away our running game. We feel that if we are successful and can put our athletes one-on-one situations in man situations, we need to create good opportunities for them to win in those situations versus no deep man to be successful passing, then resulting in the defense having to sit back into zone defenses, allowing us to run the ball as well as throw it. In the spread offense, we want to spread the field and be able to throw the ball and run the ball out of multiple formations and multiple personnel groupings and force the defense to cover the entire width of the field. Part of the spread offense passing attack is that by spreading the field, we've made life very easy for the quarterback, as it's very difficult for the defense to disguise things that they are doing. We want to do that is to spread the field as much as possible so the quarterback can uncover pre-snap what the defense is going to do in any blitz, pressure, or coverage change situation. As we look at some of our spread sets here, by spreading the field in a 2x2 set, it really forces the defense to uncover anything that they are going to do, and any sort of zone pressure that would occur really forces the defense to start to pre-rotate the secondary before the ball is snapped so that they are able to cover the field for any sort of zone pressure or secondary recognition situation. As we change a look here quickly to a one-high look, our quarterback can come up and feel very secure in the passing game that the field again is spread, that he is protected, and that the defense cannot pressure without bringing their free safety out of the middle of the field in one direction or the other to declare which side the pressure is going to be coming from, and the quarterback can then see where he's coming from and understand what type of coverage looks and what type of pressure is coming in that situation. We also feel that not only in 2x2 but 3x1 sets creates a great stress again for the defense in too high situations to uncover what they are going to do in any sort of zone pressure situation as the field has been spread and the defense is forced to cover down on receivers, declare what they're going to do before the snap. As they roll or change to a one-high look, again without the free safety removing himself from the middle of the field, the quarterback knows where his blitz and pressure situations can come from. Obviously in this look with a pressure possibility coming from the boundary, but not from the field, as this backer is responsible for the number 3 receiver to the field. We feel that for the defense to stop our offense, their best opportunity right here is in a no deep look, and for them to play no deep man and bring potentially 7, one more than we can block in our 6-man protection if we have a back in the backfield, that they have to declare it by removing a safety from the middle of the field. Now our quarterback pre-snap has seen the situation that he has, and the spread offense has allowed him to be very concise with his decision of where he wants to go with the ball and removed a lot of the thought process. Also, a big component of our spread offense passing attack is our empty formation. I will get into several of our empty protections as well as pass concepts within the spread offense. Empty is a set that very much forces the defensive hand. The theory behind the spread offense passing attack is to put as much stress on the defense to cover the field, as I've said before, by getting in empty formations. As well as in our other table we have discussed in running game, running option type football with empty passing attack causes a great amount of stress on defenses in preparing for you in the game plan of that week. In this specific case, in empty right here, any sort of pressure from the defense to stay sound and cover receivers, they must declare and remove safeties, either rotate the safeties in one direction to pressure from the field, to declare where the pressure is coming from, or pre-snap, roll the safeties to be safe to the boundary for the quarterback to declare where the pressure is coming from. But the spread set has allowed him to see all of this prior to the snap. For the defense to bring more than we can protect, as in this picture right here, for them to rush 6 in our 5-man protection, if they bring both of these, they have to empty the middle of the field, okay, alerting our quarterback as well as our receivers that it is no deep, and the defense has now forced themselves into playing a man situation that they are unable to disguise because of the empty formation and the spread formations in the whole offense to develop your passing game around. We'll use our sprint protection to break contain with the quarterback to try to get outside, again allowing us to attack the outside edge of the defense and forcing them to defend the entire field. Within our sprint protection is a front side reach protection where we want to secure the front side for the quarterback. So we will zone to the front side. Our front side tackle will front side zone and try to reach the defensive end on him, as well as the front side guard and the center will all reach front side. On the back side, we will reach and then peel to the back side. We will reach and peel to protect anything coming off the backside edge. In our sprint protections, we would like our running back to come and secure the front side edge, help that tackle if he needs help, as well as be in position for any secondary contained linebacker that as we sprint to break contained by the quarterback, that he is able to pick up a secondary contained linebacker scraping over the top to buy us any more time that we may need for the quarterback to make his reads and deliver the ball within our sprint passing attack. Here's our sprint hook combination. We have a man look for the defense and they want to bring pressure here on us. We're able to change the pocket, get outside, and have a nice easy short throw on the flat route for our quarterback. And our receiver here is able to just run away from the man coverage, and we cut down to make it a very easy angle, throw and catch for the quarterback. As he kept coming, you can see right here that also in this window right here, his hook route was opening up right behind him, and he had both options to throw to at that point versus the man coverage, pushing the ball to the outside. You can see a clip of our sprint protection right here. Everybody reaching to the front side to secure it, and we're changing the pocket and the launch point for the quarterback to hopefully limit and discourage certain blitzes. Here's another example of running sprint hook here to the left. Again, running it into a blitz situation right here. Bang, we reach off the outside, and we're able to get the ball out in a hurry to a receiver, into a blitz look to get the ball outside, and we've shown right now we have a quick passing attack that we've stressed the defense and changing the pocket out of a run formation for the spread offense. The first thing in our passing attack of the spread offense, the most important step, is obviously your pass protection. Here at the University of Utah, we use 2 main protections, a 5-man and a 6-man protection. Today I'm going to start with our 6-man protection. The basis of our 6-man protection, it is a combination slide and man protection that we use with our running back being responsible for two linebackers within the scheme. As we come up and we look at the first picture that we have up here, if we call our protection to the right here, which would be our 60 protection, a six-man protection with the running back going to the right, we are going to incorporate a slide technique from the first uncovered lineman working backward. In this case, it would be our right guard would start our slide part of our protection to the backside, obviously going to the backside to the A gap, center's backside A gap, the guard to the B gap, and the tackle setting to the C gap in protection. As we look at it and apply the man principles, those four are responsible for the nose, tackle, end and backside will. Our frontside tackle will be locked on the frontside backer, and our running back is responsible for 1 to 2, Mike to Sam, inside out, most dangerous linebacker coming to affect the play. That right there is a first look at our 60 protection, our slide protection, and a six-man look that we feel allows us to best protect the quarterback as well as spread the field and have a great passing attack from spread formations. Okay. The next look we have here in our slide protection, obviously if we have our protection called to the right in our six-man protection, now we have a 3 technique. So our center is our first uncovered lineman who will start the slide to the backside. Okay? Our right guard and our right tackle will be manned on. Our back has front side 1 to 2 linebackers. The man principles being that the nose end and Mike will be blocked by the 3-man within their slide. The benefit, as we've seen here, as we've talked about in the spread offense, making people defend the field, and defensive recognition, is that this will backer is unable to blitz unless the defense actually shows us the blitz beforehand, allowing us to make adjustments within the protection to compensate for that blitz. If we have to change the protection for the quarterback or make an audible, the spread offense allows us to see the field and force the defense to uncover any blitzes that they are going to run at us. We feel that our 6-man protection is very sound protection that allows us to block anything that the defense will give us, as well as allowing us to get 4 receivers out right on the snap of the ball. We feel that we do not have to change any of our routes or sight adjust any of our routes, as we have our built-in quick routes in that protection, and that we have the defense coming from the widest rusher free to get us. Our thought process in the protection is to always have the widest rushers free. Anybody that is going to come and hit our quarterback will occur from the C gap out in any of our protections. We feel our 6-man slide protection allows that to happen, that any hot throw or any unblocked defender will come from outside the C gap out, and the quarterback will feel that he has the most protection time and a secure time to stand in the pocket and deliver the ball. Our next protection is going to be our 5-man protection. We run this in a lot of our empty sets, or if we're motioning a running back out of the backfield to give the illusion of running sets and have 5 free releases, again to cause as much stress as we can on the defense. Within our 5-man protection, many of our principles remain the same as our 6-man protection in our slide scheme. As we come up, our thought process in our 5-man protection is we want to block the 5 most dangerous defenders to the quarterback's backside. For example, in this picture, if we have called our protection to the right, the quarterback's backside would be the left. The 5 most dangerous people are the 4 defensive linemen and the will linebacker. The quarterback now knowing that he is responsible for the Mike linebacker. Within the slide protection, within our 5-man protection, we continue our slide end man principles as we have declared who we are going to slide to. The first uncovered lineman will start the slide on the way back, and the center, backside guard, and backside tackle will start the slide back in that direction, bringing themselves out to the will linebacker and securing the gap there. We'll be man schemed on the front side. Okay. Most importantly, our frontside tackle is responsible for a sift. As we have said before, we do not want our quarterback to have any pressure or any threat from anything except the widest rusher that will come from a C gap. So our right tackle is responsible in case there is any inside pressure. He will block and sift inside, allowing the end or the widest rusher to come free, which we feel then the quarterback will have enough time to get rid of the ball. As we change the look here, within our 5-man empty protection, if we have a 5-man box, the 5 most dangerous men for the quarterback right now, if the protection has been called to the right, are the 4 down linemen and the Mike. We feel that this will backer is unable to blitz because he is covered over the top of a receiver. For that will backer to blitz, a safety has to come over the top. As that happens, I will go back, and unless that happens, we will block the 5 most dangerous that are in the box. The center will then determine who we are going to. They will combo to the Mike linebacker himself and the left guard. Will be manned by the front side of the protection, the play side guard, and the play side tackle, with the play side tackle again being responsible to sift any sort of pressure so that the widest rusher is the one that's left free and the quarterback knows that he'll not be hit from anything within a C-gap rusher. Now, to handle blitz situations, we have incorporated into our tackle the ability to change the line to change who they are going to. If we feel the free safety has come out into a blitz look, we can change the protection as to who they will slide to, as the will has become one of the 5 most dangerous to the backside of the quarterback. Again, the protection's been called to the right, so the left is his backside. That now we can set out to who has become the most dangerous rusher. We will block, and again, the right tackle now is responsible for any sift off the front side to block down so that the widest C-gap rusher to the call side of the protection is the free man for the quarterback. We feel our 5-man protection has served us well in stressing the defense. It's not only protecting our quarterback, but allowing us to get 5 free releasers and have a successful empty passing attack that really puts a lot of stress on the defense, and again, making the reads much easier for your quarterback because the field has been spread wide. The first route part of our passing attack will be our quick game. We use our quick game not only to defeat blitz, but to have quick, accurate throws to force the defense to expand and cover the entire field, which also allows us to open up the running part of our spread attack. The first thing we'll do in one of our base sets is a 2x2 set. We'll talk about our quick game, and we call these double concepts. What we'll do is we'll have different concepts on each side of the board of the read for the quarterback. Okay, we want to do this by having a cover 2 or 2 high and a cover 3 or 1 high beater, and we want to call one of those together so whatever look the defense comes out with, our quarterback can know exactly where to go with the ball. The first 2 concepts I will give you are our hitch concept. In our hitch concept, we are going to run 2 7-yard hitches by our receivers. Okay, that for us is a cover 3 beater or 1 high beater. So if our quarterback comes out and he sees a 1 high look and he expects cover 3, he's going to go to his hitch side. Okay? Our other double concept that we would run at the same time with it would be our slants, where our inside receiver will run a 2-step slant and our outside receiver will run a 4-step slant. Okay? Slants is a 2 high beater. So as we come up in our quick game, our quarterback can come up and survey the field. In this particular picture here, he sees a 2 high picture. There's no hesitation in his mind. He knows he's throwing to his slants. As we look at the slants, the movement key, we are a movement key team. There are several different ways to have a passing attack. We have a concept-oriented passing game that we use read movement keys, and we want to throw away from movement keys or throw away from the defenders. In slants, his movement key would be the Sam backer. Okay? If he feels the Sam backer has collapsed on the inside slant, he will throw to the outside slant. If the Sam backer has widened off the inside slant, We would like to try to keep him as skinny as we can away from that Mike backer and throw the inside slant. So as our quarterback comes up, for example, a play call here, okay, could be slant hitch. Our quarterback comes up. He knows I have my slants to this side, my hitch to this side, and we have too high, so I am going to go to my too high beater, which are my slants. Okay. As we look, if the defense changes, right here, I'll balance these drawings back up to a one high look. It's very simple. We do not change the play. We don't have to change a thing. Our slants, we still have our two slants. Okay. Right now, the defense has a good look for this as they can drop defenders under both slants. But into the boundary, we'll run our two hitches at 7 yards, and our quarterback now sees one high. I know I'm working my hitch, which is my one high beater, and I'm going to get my eyes right to my movement key, which is the will linebacker. The flat defender is what we will call him, and it is the flat defender. In this case, it is the will backer, and we will have a horizontal stretch on him. If he stays inside, we'll throw the outside hitch, expecting the quarter to be soft in cover 3 or one high. If the will expands right in the snap, we'll throw the inside hitch. That's the first example of one of our double concepts. The next example I will use will be our out and our go concepts. Okay? Our out concept would be a 6-yard speed out by the outside receiver and a protection release fade off the inside receiver. A protection release, which you'll hear in some of our other pass concepts as I go, will be that our inside receiver is going to rip his inside arm through the outside shoulder of the defender he is trying to protect. In this case, he's protecting for an outside receiver. He wants to rip through the outside shoulder of the flat defender to protect the outcut to the outside. Okay? Now the go concept that we can use will be a protection release by the outside receiver and an outcut by the inside receiver. Okay? Our out is our one high beater. Our go is a two high beater. So our quarterback has come out. He comes out in this particular picture right here. He sees a free safety in the middle of the field. He has one high. I know right now I'm going to my out concept. My movement key is the will backer. I have a protection release. He should not be able to get out underneath the outcut. We have a quick rocker step throw. Anytime that you are in the shotgun, you subtract 2 steps off of your drops. So he will take a 1-step drop from the shotgun, or if you want to run the same concepts from under center, it would be a 3-step drop from under center, and he's going to throw his quick out into the boundary. In theory, if the will for some reason wants to buzz and not respect or collision our vertical route at all down the field, then our movement key has told us to throw the vertical seam route down the field, and the quarterback needs to get him the ball as fast as possible. We feel if that is the case and that is what's happening, we have succeeded in expanding the defense to cover the entire field, and we're having a much more successful time running the ball and using other aspects of our spread offense. As I change the look here for this same play, and the defense has now gone back. They're tired of you throwing outcuts into the boundary and throwing quick outs, so they've gone back to play a two-high scheme. We have our protection release here and our outcut here. Obviously not a very good combination into cover 2. But our go scheme will protection release on the outside, and we'll run the quick out on the inside. Right here in this case, our quarterback will again read the flat defender, who happens to be the corner in a two-high scheme. There's go. That's your two-high beater. We have two high. He can read the corner. As the corner sinks, we throw the quick outcut. If the corner wants to stay hard inside, we'll take the shot over the top. Right there. Those are our double concepts and our main double concepts. Obviously, when you get into a quick passing attack, there are several other one high and two high beaters that you can use. We feel that that is enough, and you can combine any one high beater with a two high beater. If you have 4 different concepts that you like to use, You can use 4 different 1-high beaters with 4 different 2-high beaters and combine them and mix and match them in any way possible. And you have a very easy concept-oriented passing game for your quarterback to see and read within the defense. Okay. Now, I'll move on with our quick game in a 3x1 set, which is another big running set for us. And we can use the same concept-oriented passing attack. We can create a quick game passing attack here to the field. One concept that we will use is a stick concept. Okay, a stick concept is we're going to try to take advantage of the width of the defense. In our stick concept, we'll have a protection outside release by the outside receiver. We'll run a quick flat route by our inside receiver and a stick or quick out, a stick route by our number 3 receiver. We're trying to stress the flat curl defender of the defense in that picture right there and get a horizontal stretch on him to attack the defense on that side of the passing attack. Okay? Our X backside, or our individual receiver backside, will have a quick game combination route that he can run. And you can have him run a hitch. He can run an out, he could run a slant, or he could run a go in our combination. Our quarterback can come up and very easily look, do I have a one-on-one combination here for my receiver? If I do not, then I come back and work my stick concept on the other side of the field. Obviously with a cover 2 look here over the top, it's very difficult to throw one-on-one here. So I come back and I do have a great concept here to the field with that receiver. Another concept to the field could be our hitch concept, where we just run 3 hitches out here to the field. Again, forcing the defense to expand if they do not want to expand out, forcing them to have to expand to cover your inside receiver and walk everybody out of the box to cover all of your receivers. In this aspect of it, right here to go, and we have our quick game to that side with our concept backside. Anytime that the defense decides that they want to try to rotate, to try to leave the extra player in the box, to help defend against the run game, we now have a one-on-one player into the boundary for our quick game, and there again is no doubt or hesitation by our quarterback when it's in our 3x1 sets of where he's going with the ball. He is looking at the secondary rotation. Is it 1 high or is it 2 high? And I throw for my concept that beats whatever coverage that they have called in that way. Those are our quick game concepts that we use. We feel it's a great way for the quarterback to catch and get the ball out of his hands fast and attack defenses and force them to expand and cover the entire field. As well as having a quick passing attack, you need a down-the-field vertical passing attack so that the defense cannot sit on you when you're trying to throw the ball, and again, forcing them to cover not only entire width, but the depth of the field as well in the spread offense. Our number 1 pass that we use to stretch the field will be our all-go, which is a 4 vertical pass. Within that 4 vertical pass, we have 4 receivers that want to get on landmarks. We feel that the landmarks our receivers want to get on are from splitting the numbers to the sidelines, and that is the college numbers to the sidelines, up by the outside receivers. Both of them should stretch their defenders and get between the numbers and the sidelines. The inside receivers would like to both be 2 yards outside their respective hashes. Now, as you can see, that gets a little stressful when the ball is on the hash. That is the original landmarks for the defense for our receivers. But what we have done is, if the ball is on a hash, we feel that it is much easier now for this receiver's landmark to become the inside part of the hash, and our boundary receiver to split the hash and the numbers on the sideline. Okay, we have now stressed the defense and not allowed them to sit on any of our underneath routes. If they're trying to buzz people to flats or do other things to take away from it, we're going to stress the defense vertically down the field. Again, we have our quarterback's movement key on this play. When it is 1 high, will be the free safety. There's no hesitation or doubt on our quarterback. Very easy to see the one-high picture because of our spread formations and that we use. Our quarterback can take the snap and put his eyes right to the free safety. Obviously, moving the free safety horizontally one way or the other and throwing the ball away from his movement. For our quarterback, we feel that this route should be completed at 18 to 22 yards down the field, and we would like him to throw this on much of a line as possible. Now, if the defense shifts to give us a cover 2 look, let me just adjust this for you here. As the defense comes out in cover 2 to take away our 4 vertical passing game, or to try to defend our 4 vertical passing game in a cover 2 scheme, we again want our receivers to reach their landmarks. And we're going to have our field receiver convert his route to a bend. We teach this by his hash mark is open or closed. Obviously on one high there was no defender there to take it. When his hash mark is closed, the field receiver right here has a closed hash mark with a defender over the top. He will flatten his route off underneath that receiver, and we're going to try to throw it to him in front of the strong safety. Versus a cover 2 look, we should see a wall by the Sam backer, and he needs to beat him over the top at a depth of 10 to 12 yards to slam and get into that open area in the middle of the field. Very important when you are throwing a 4 vertical scheme, as the defenders try to do it, is your running back in that scheme. We will ask him to run a check down dump route right over the ball. As they're trying to get underneath the bender route by our field receiver, if the Mike backer drops with a great amount of depth, we can just check the ball down to your tailback underneath, and now you have the ball in the hands of one of your better athletes in the open field. You'll find as you become more successful with a vertical passing attack, the more teams drop to get depth to defend you, that it's easier to throw the ball to the tailback in check down situations and allow a great athlete underneath to gain yardage with the ball in his hand. Throwing our 4 verticals out of our 3x1 sets we feel is a very successful play. Again, it becomes a landmark play with our boundary receiver splitting the sidelines and the numbers. Now our number 3 receiver is responsible to push and get across to his landmark on the other side of the field. Our number 2 receiver should be on the inside part of the hash. I'll draw a little more accurately for you there. On the inside part of the hash, coming down to stretch the defense, and our field number 1 should again get to his landmark, forcing the defense to cover the entire field. Now we do read this a little bit differently. Versus a cover 2 shell, we would like to read and put the stress on the boundary safety. As he is forced to get width to help over the top on your receiver of your X in the cover 2 look, we feel that there's going to be an open area in the middle of the field for our crossing route on his 4 verticals. If your free safety wants to hang in the middle of the field, now we can throw away from him to the corner to our X receiver one-on-one into the boundary right there. Again, the quarterback comes up and sees it's too high. His eyes go directly to the free safety. There's very little hesitation on his part and to make his read. As we change the look, to keep our concepts very consistent here, if we go to a 1-high look on the defense, our landmarks remain the same for our offensive players, getting across to his hash, coming up the inside part of his hash, and stretching the outside part of the field. Again, we feel we have created a great amount of strain on the free safety to defend the middle of the field right now. We have 2 people that are stressing him horizontally. We'd like to complete this ball again at 18 to 22 yards. And now that we have been able to come up with not only a drop back deep down the field passing attack, but a quick passing attack out of our base run sets that is forcing the defense to expand and cover not only the entire width but depth of the field the whole game, and puts tremendous amount of stress on them to react to both of those situations. Let's take a look at, we'll now take a look at some game clips of our all-go passing attack. Here's some examples of our all-go our 4 vertical scheme. As you can see right here, we have a 1 high safety. So our quarterback knows right now I can read this 1 high safety and throw away from him. Right now he should be moving him with his eyes. Right there, throwing the ball into the seam. You can see the defense cheating slightly here, trying to come in on the inside receivers. But we feel if that ball is completed accurately at 18 to 22 yards, that it's hard for that deep corner to fall in to make a play on it. Right here, you can see we've added a little bit of play action to our pass protection, just a little quick fake to help freeze the underneath linebackers. Another example of it again with the quick play fake right here. Again, tremendous amount of stress put on this free safety right here with 2 guys coming up, and you'll see everybody right on the landmarks, stressing the defense deep down the field, not allowing to sit on our underneath coverages. And there is our protection, our slide protection. Very firm, very for the quarterback, and very easy read for him to read that free safety and throw away from him. Another look here, again with tremendous stress on the free safety, and with our quarterback throwing the ball on a line, we end up not allowing the defense to sit down and take away our underneath stuff by having vertical routes as well that they are forced to defend. Very simple read for the quarterback to freeze that free safety and take his open throw. One final example here. Now with the tight end attached, his landmark just replaces the receivers. Allows you to have the same type of plays called with different formations. Again, a very heavy run set with a quick run fake. Right here, as you notice the free safety right here coming down so hard to support the run that now we have a vertical passing attack again off of it to punish the defense for trying to take away the run, as well as sitting on our underneath routes. It allows us to get the ball thrown deep down the field. There we go, hopefully getting the defense now to soften up and allowing us to run the ball. I'd like to thank everybody for taking a look at our offense. We've had a lot of success running the spread offense over the last couple years. We hope that this tape helps you in developing the offense and developing in a scheme that will allow you to best utilize your players in your program. Thank you.